As the film begins, we see a family camping in the jungle. There were 4 people in that family. A husband and wife, their elder daughter Em, and a younger son named Ollie. They talk after having dinner and then sleep in their tent. The next day, Em's parents were going for hiking and invited her to join them, but she refuses and says that she will stay here. They're about to leave when their daughter stops them to take a family photo, after which the husband and wife depart with Ollie. When they left, their daughter was alone, so she felt someone's presence there. She sees around her because she was alone. She felt scared, that's why she goes and sits in her car. After some time, a car stops behind her car. A man comes out of that car whose name is German. There was another man with a German, who also came out of the car, his name was Chuck. Em was sleeping in her car, they both see that girl. German says to Chuck, "Let's take her with us and have some fun." Chuck responds, "You did the same thing last time, and you went to jail." German says to him that he is embarrassed about that mistake, and he has learned from it, and he will take that girl with him this time. Chuck agrees. German then goes to their tent to see who else is with that girl. Em wakes up in the car and sees Chuck standing outside the car. She tells him angrily, "Stay away from my car," and Chuck moves away from her car. But he again moves forward. Seeing it, Em presses the horn of the car. German and her parents also hear the sound of this horn. German comes to know that the girl awakens, that's why he moved to her car. Em's father goes to check on his daughter. The German takes out the gun from his car and asks her to come out of the car at gunpoint, then Em comes out fearful. Meanwhile, her father also comes there to save her, but they beat him and made him faint. Ollie's mother returns and puts Ollie in the tent and goes to investigate what happened. When she arrives, she sees those 2 men forcing her daughter, so she attacks one of them. Em saw chance and run from there to save her life. German stops her by firing in the sky, then he points a gun at her father, and says that if you run your father will be killed. Em stops when she hears this. They tied those 3's hands and mouths, after that they were taking that family somewhere in the forest at gunpoint. After committing the world's most disgusting crime with the daughter and her mom, Chuck was checking their mobile while sitting at a table. Chuck sees their family picture, and also sees Ollie in the pictures. Chuck comes to know there is also a small boy with them, who is missing and not there. He also shows that picture to German, and then he asks Ollie's mother where he is, but Ollie's mother doesn't tell them anything. They begin torturing the entire family by tying them to separate trees. German places a beer can on the head of Ollie's father, then Chuck points to that beer can. When the beer can fell down, Ollie's father shivered with fear. German places that beer can again, and Chuck points to that beer can. Ollie's father was shivering with fear that the beer can fall down again, but this time Chuck shoots his head in anger. They do the same with Ollie's mother, placing a beer can on her head. This time, except for Chuck, German points to her. In the end, German shoots Ollie's mother, and then they shoot and kill her daughter as well. Later, they go to their tent, but Ollie isn't there. He went somewhere crying. 3 days later, a couple comes to that same location, where that family was camping. They see that the place was lovely, which is why they were pleased. They were standing a few meters away from the family tent, when they decided to pitch their own. That couple come here to spend their time in. The name of the girl was Sam. Sam was sitting alone. She looks at their tent and sees that there is also a family that will be there in some time. She doesn't know that the whole family was killed. On the other side, Sam's husband, Ian, was collecting wood for the fire. During this, he finds the cap of a small boy there. As night fell, Sam and her husband started talking to each other. The next morning, when Sam wakes up, she looks at their tent again, thinking that the family who had been living there have returned now. To check, she moves forward to the tent to see what is inside the tent. She calls her husband there. She shows her husband while opening the tent. She says to him that something went wrong here, because tent is full of mess. They decide to inform the police about it, but a tire on their car was punctured. While Ian tries to change the tire, he hears the shouting voice of Sam. He runs towards her. She shows her husband Ollie, who is lying on ground, and his condition is very bad. Ian checks and he comes to know that Ollie is alive. They take Ollie and they were about to leave from there. After that they were about to leave, while Chuck arrived there, they show Ollie to him. Because their car tire is punctured, they ask for help from Chuck to bring Ollie to the hospital as soon as possible. Chuck makes them understand that they shouldn't worry, his parents will be around us. Maybe they were in trouble, we will have searched for them. Soon Ian says to Chuck that if his parents are in trouble, we should help them. Then Chuck takes the gun from his car. After that, Chuck and Ian go from there to find the parents of that kid. To take care of Ollie, Sam was alone there. After it, Sam goes and sits in the car. There Sam finds a knife and notices that the baby is sleeping peacefully in the car. Chuck takes Ian to the place where they killed and tortured that family. He sees that there isn't the dead body of Ollie's mother. Due to it, he gets shocked because he knows that if Ollie's mother is not there, it means she is alive. Ian asks Chuck to move from there immediately to inform the police about it. Chuck says that Ollie's mother is alive and we should search for her. Ian was confused that how he knows about that child's mother, then they search for Ollie's mother. Soon they find her and Ian goes near Ollie's mother while seeing her in worse condition. But luckily she's alive, but then Chuck shoots and kills her. Seeing it, Ian gets scared. Chuck says, "What happened? Why are you scared? I was thinking that you were brave." Ian asks him with fear, "Will you also kill me?" Chuck says, "No, I will not give you an easy death. I will make your condition worse. I will kill you while giving you pain." Ian gets more scared. Then Chuck comes near him and tells him to stand up from here and hurry up and leave from here. But Ian runs from there while pushing Chuck. Chuck also runs behind him. On the other side, German comes to Sam and Sam tells him everything. Hearing all this, the German takes out his gun from the car. After seeing a gun in his hand, Sam gets scared. She immediately goes and sits in her car. German comes there and asks Sam to come out of the car. When Sam didn't come out, German broke the car's mirror. He himself tries to open the door. Meanwhile, Sam cuts the hand of a German with that knife. Due to it, German gets a wound and he tries to stop his blood. Then after getting a chance, Sam runs from there with Ollie. When a German sees Sam running, he sends his dog after her. On the other side, while running, Ian hides at a location where Chuck was also searching for him. Suddenly, Chuck sees someone running and shoots in that direction. Chuck goes there and finds out that he shot none other than his friend, who was screaming in pain because of the bullet. Chuck was apologizing to Germans for shooting him. Meanwhile, he listens to the crying voice of Ollie. Chuck sees Sam. He slowly comes towards her from behind and catches her. Chuck takes Sam as hostage and comebacks to German. Ollie was crying and Sam tried to handle him, but enraged Chuck takes Ollie from Sam and throw him on the ground. Chuck shoots German and kills him because German was in pain and Chuck couldn't see him in pain. Later, Chuck was leaving from there while making Sam sits next to him in the car while tie her hands with rope. But Sam shakes the steering wheel of the car with power. Due to this, the balance of the car is disturbed. That car crash on tree, making both of them unconscious. On the other side, Ian has taken the police there. The police were moving towards Chuck's car. They see Sam inside a car. They're going to rescue Sam, but Chuck starts firing on them. Afar then, Sam's husband, seeing this, immediately started his car, but Chuck shoots fire at his arm. Chuck makes them prisoners, both husband and wife, in the police car. Sam was driving that car while Chuck was sitting behind them with a gun in rage. Sam suddenly takes turn while driving at high speed. Due to it, the car crashes once again. Among them comes out of the car having been badly injured. After that, Sam comes out of the car and crushes Chuck's head with big rock. After some time, we see Sam opens her eyes in a hospital. Sam searches for her boyfriend in the same hospital. She finds her boyfriend in very bad condition. Now Sam thinks about Ollie and what happened with him. Ollie was still alive in jungle. Beside him, German's dog is sitting. The movie ends here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications on my new videos.